Yeah, I mean, I would say if you have funds to donate, find people who are working on expungement, find people who are working in the areas of, all different kinds of reinvestment. We have to think about the way that people have been affected, I think, in a larger way than we think about it now. I think we just think about people who go to jail for cannabis as social equity or as people who have been affected, and it goes a lot deeper than that. I'll just share a really quick story. I was in an organizing meeting with a lot of the mothers who have lost their sons to LAPD. And one of the things that they were communicating was about how living in our neighborhoods, whether or not you even smoke, you could be hanging around with someone or be in a car with someone smoking even a cigarette, and they will use cannabis as that reason to then pull over that car and shoot that individual in that car. And I think oftentimes we don't think about how racial profiling or profiling for cannabis could lead to someone losing their lives. But this is the reality for so many people who live in my neighborhood of South Central Los Angeles and in so many different neighborhoods across the nation. And I think when we start to think about it in that way, when we start to increase the amount of people that we see as people we should be helping or people that we should be talking to about how we can reinvest in these communities, it helps. And I also think that when we're talking to each other, when we can figure out ways that we can work with each other in our communities to help every single time we meet somebody, instead of just thinking like, what can I learn from them about how to make my product better, or what can I learn from them about how to get an edge in my company? How can I learn to work with them to do something better in my community, which is going to be good for us all and in the industry as a whole? Looking at each other as teammates more, I think, is incredibly important for us to be able to do what we really need to do. We're not going to be able to make the large impacts that we want to if we're not working together, point blank, period. Doesn't matter how many individual companies are committed to it. If we're not able to form together like a really sexy machine, it's not going to happen. So that's what I really challenge us all to do, is to figure out ways to stay connected and to work together really effectively to say, these are the large changes we can make.